Everything's falling apart. Just wish I could do something instead of being stuck in here. If I could get out. Maybe I can help. Am I hearing voices? Maybe we really have been locked in here for too long. Hello! You again? What are you doing here? Helping! Do you need me to find something? I'm good for tampons, thanks. I was wrong that time, but I know I can do better. How do I know I can trust you? I don't even know what you are. Ask me anything you want. I'll try my best to answer. Now we can question people. Hello, Detective Justin Actress. Please, call me Honor. It's a pleasure to meet you, Honor. I am Scout. What would you like to know? First things first, what are you? Good question. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer. That's why I need a detective. You don't know anything about yourself? I know I am a robot. I'm equipped with a radar, an imaging camera, and over 200 megabytes of storage. So you're some kind of flying camera. Unclear. Most of my subroutines are corrupted, but many are for searching optical data and matching to known objects. However, most of my object database has been lost. That explains the tampon thing. So how did you lose so much data? I don't know. My memory banks were severely deteriorated when I came online. Huh. Seems like you're quite the mystery scout. Where did you come from? I was hiding under the table. I followed you inside, and I didn't mean in here. I mean who made you. Ah, I don't know. All that tech and no warranty card? Better hope you don't need any spare parts. Okay, let's work backwards. How did you get here? I was following the street when I saw it. Murder Mystery, solving mysteries every Thursday. The billboard outside the studio. Do you solve mysteries on other days as well? I don't know if I can wait until Thursday. You said you were following the street. Where were you before? A bad place. There were broken electronics everywhere. No wonder I was damaged. You mean the scrap heap? Who would throw something like you away? That's what I want to find out. So what do you want from me? I told you, I'm not a real detective. I understand, but perhaps you can help me find one? Scout, I've got my own problems. One of my friends is dead. Also, maybe you haven't noticed, but we're locked inside a break room. I can't help anyone right now. Then let me help you. I can find a way out of this room so you can prove your innocence. And then I'll be free to help you? It's logical, is it not? Can't argue with that. How do I know I can trust you? My friend is dead. For all I know, you could have killed him. I would never hurt anyone. I don't even know how. I only want to find out who I am. I don't see any weapons on you. I guess you're safe. But I swear, if you go all HAL 9000 on me, we're through. So, can you help me find a way out of here? Sure, I'll do a quick scan. I found a way out. There's a gap in the wall. It's behind you, approximately 6 feet, 8 inches tall. That's the door, Scout. If I could get out that way, I wouldn't need your help. Sorry, my logic circuits are obviously still warming up. Give me a moment to make a more detailed scan. Now we can investigate. So you can move the reticle around and then he'll start to pick up on various things in the room if you highlight over things. So if we highlight over the grate, he'll actually start responding to it. And if you're close by, he'll start pinging a little bit. So we're gonna investigate the grate, and we're gonna have to figure out what the heck this is. So it might go a little bit fast right off the bat, but I'll explain exactly what I'm doing. But you'll see that the vertical ones here for 8, basically using the overlapping technique, we can check that, oh yeah, it's possible 8 can fill in right here as the highest point in the column, but alternatively 8 could be down here as the lowest point of the column. So that means these 6 squares would be filled in regardless of where anything is. And because they're on the border, like on the side of the puzzle itself, we can also look at the left side, like the numbers that can fit in, and because these were empty at the time, 3 connected squares would be around where this one is, and the only possible solution would be that they would be put there. So then that means that they would have to be crossed out right there. And then the other 3 could potentially be like here or whatever. But then on this side, the exact same thing happened. It's just a mirror image. So that just means that horizontal line is done, as are these 2. So there are no more areas where these cells can be filled in. And as for this row 141, 4 could potentially be here, but it can also potentially be over here. But in both cases, these 2 would be filled in. That also does count towards the vertical row, where it says it has 5 ones in basically everything. So there's a filled-in square, a space, a filled-in square, a space, ideally. Although it could be up here and there's nothing there, but we don't know that yet. However, we can also fill in these and be totally fine because that fills in those bottom ones. We just need to know if it's up here or right here. If we do the overlapping technique again, though, we can see that the upper row has 8, so that also just helps out with a bunch of these vertical rows. Sorry, vertical columns that have a bunch of 1s in them. Let's see. That then allows the 4 to be there, 4 there, and 4 there. And now that. So there's a 6 at the bottom here, and there are 4 filled in already. The 6 cannot extend up to here or here. So that means the 8 columns can now have an extra overlapped spot filled in. So there we go. We also know in this column and the one mirror imaged on the right that the grayed out one, the second one, is this one, which means that there is 1 space available above it that needs a 1, and we can see very clearly there is only 1 of those. So there we go. That also satisfies the 8 rows, so we'll go ahead and close those off, and now that. And there we go. This is done. There we go, and we're done. Once you start getting an eye for Picross puzzles, it can go by pretty quickly, so I apologize in advance if my puzzle-solving skills are a little bit too quick. I think I've located another way out. Could you verify that it's not another door? It's an air vent. That might actually work. Or at least it works in the movies. The only problem is it's sealed up with a metal cover. You don't happen to have a crowbar, do you? I don't think I have that feature. Worth a try. The cover seems to be held in place by 4 metal screws. It can probably be removed for access. Okay, so we need a screwdriver. I'm guessing you don't have one of those either. No, I'll be sure to bring it up with my creator if I ever find them. What do you think you're doing? And what is that thing supposed to be? I am Scout. Honor, are you really that desperate for friends? I always knew you were weird, but I didn't think it was this bad. He's helping me. I didn't kill Blake, and I'm going to prove it. Ha! How's a piece of junk like that supposed to help? Looks like you dug an old Betamax player out of the trash. Actually, I didn't meet Honor until after I left the scrap heap. That explains the smell around here. What's taking that detective so long? You'd think someone his age would value time. For once, I agree with you. Scout found an air vent that leads out of the room. I'm gonna get there and prove him innocent. What? No way! I am not letting you sneak out while I'm stuck in here. What are you gonna do? Tie me to a chair? If you so much as touch that air vent, I'm telling Detective Cross. You get fired, Blake dies, and then you try and escape? You don't look so innocent to me. What if she's right? Escaping this room may not be the best option. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, Scout. We have to move fast. The longer we wait, the more time the killer has to cover their tracks. How do you know that? I picked up a thing or two over the years. Murder mysteries were always my favorite kind of story. I just never expected to be in one. But before we can get out of here, we have to find some way to distract Becky. What do you want? How are you holding up? I'll be okay. No thanks to that idiot detective. Can't believe he's left us locked in here without any protection. What if the killer tries to finish off the rest of us? You don't think they'd be trying to lay low? How should I know? I'm not a murderer. Maybe not. On the other hand... What, that contract thing? Don't be stupid, Honor. That's just business. I'm not a suspect. I'm a victim of circumstance. Sounds like you don't think much of Detective Cross. He's so old! I thought real detectives were supposed to be cool and mysterious. The only thing mysterious about him is why he hasn't been retired yet. Were you really fighting with Blake about your contract? I do not want to talk about it. Can you believe these people? I'm their biggest star and they can't even find a few $1,000s for promotion. I swear, it's like they want the show to die this award season. What are you smiling about? Nothing. It's just, I thought you didn't want to talk about it. And if it wasn't obvious already, some lines of dialogue will proceed on their own, so I won't be able to read them in time. If you really want to get us out of here, you should let me go. The sooner I can prove I'm innocent, the sooner Detective Cross can concentrate on finding the real killer. No way! If I have to be stuck in here, then so do you. You're just mad because you're gonna miss your stupid party. Duh! It's the social event of the season, and I'm supposed to be there in 3 hours. If I don't get out of here soon, everyone will be drunk by the time I get there. They won't even notice me arriving. Actually, I wonder if there's a way. Ah, attack speed is at medium, so I could put it to slow if it ever does become a problem. You're more worried about getting to a party on time than about Blake. Don't you care at all? Of course I care. It's tragic. This isn't just any party. It's a Mitzi McCree party. Do you know how hard it is to get on our guest list? I've been trying for months. Not that you'd understand. You always got invited to these parties with your husbands. Oops. Sorry. Ex-husband. Maybe now you're divorced, you'll finally see what it's like for people like me. You know, people who got where they are through hard work, not by marrying some rich guy. I auditioned like everyone else. Oh, sure, and who got you the audition in the first place? I still don't understand why you divorced him. If I had a guy who got me into a Mitzi McCree parties, I'd never give him up. So how does it feel to finally meet our biggest fan? Who, John? He's so pathetic. He keeps trying to talk to me about poetry or some crap. As if I want to hear poetry at a time like this. You'd think your biggest fan would know you aren't interested in art. I am into art, but fashion is the art of the 90s, Honor. And John is anything but fashionable. Alright, well, time to investigate some stuff. I'm gonna have to settle on a voice for KC, because I really like KC, but I don't know what the best voice for him will be. Or, like, if I can even pull it off, is I guess what I'm getting at. That's our 2 already filled in, so that's in there. Ba-bum, bum-bum, bum-bum. Oops. No, yeah, actually, that's right. I was going for that. This is filled in, and then this is our 5. You found screwdriver in the microwave. Honor, I found something. My ontological database indicates it is some kind of tool, but all further data is damaged or missing. It's a screwdriver, Scout. This is just what we needed. Hey, Tully, wasn't it? I'm guessing this is yours? Huh? What makes you think that? Well, because, I mean, you're a handyman, so... Alright, yeah. Sorry. So, do you mind if I borrow this? Mind? Why would I mind? I'll lend you a tool anytime you like. You are a tool. Maybe after we get out of here, you and me can go grab a coffee. Scout, if you got a cattle prod attachment, now's the time. Well, you know where I'll be if you change your mind. Let's keep looking around. We have the screwdriver, but there's more to investigate. A fridge! So, I'm gonna be humming along to the music a lot because I really like the soundtrack. So be wary about that. Okay, so we got 7 to fill in there. That's 7 this way, and then the other way, that's 7. So these 5 can be filled in regardless. Now, the 4-4, I could be starting somewhere completely easier for the record, but I'm choosing to start with these. So with the 4-4, we know that this can be filled in because if the 4 reaches up here, at least that'll be true. But if the 4 reaches all the way down here, then this is the minimum, like the furthest that it could be for this to be true. However, we also know that it can't extend down here because of this down here. This is also going to be a 4, and these 3 are filled in regardless. So this is either an empty square or a filled in one. And if it's a filled in one, this cannot be, I'm sorry, this, regardless, cannot be part of this. Which also means that's filled in. Alright, this is out, and these are out because of the columns. We already know that X's are all across this, so anything higher than a 1, like anything larger than a 1, cannot go here, so X's would go in those columns as a result. But looking at the row now, 2 cannot go here. So 2 would have to be in one of these 3, or sorry, in 2 of these 3 squares. But that also solves the 1 there. We'll just attach all of these, and that's our 8. And now we know the 5 will be either all the way here or all the way here, so this is out. Let's have a look-see. This is our 1, and this is our 2 somewhere, so we're just gonna have to block off the rest of those. 2 and 1. We can assume that, overlapping, there are 2 possible combinations for this, or not even 2 possible combinations. It could be like 2, 2, and 1, or 2, 2, 1, or like 2, 2, 1. But in all those instances, those 2 will always be filled in, because that's how much it can slide without colliding with anything else. So now we know that's our 2. This is probably our 2, 3, 2. There we go. That's out of the way. Here's our 2. We got a 3 down here somewhere. That's crossed out. We already got our 4 right there for the bottom down here. Here's our 4 on this row. 5. Probably this. We'll fill that in. That's our 3. 5 is filled in. That's our 1 over here. What else can we do right now? This is 6 and 1, which means these are filled in. 2, 4, fill that in, that's our 2. Here's our 6. 7 is filled, that's our 1 for the column. There's our 6 for the row. Nope, sorry, there's our 6 for the row. 2, 4, this is not active. Nope. There we go, and we are done. It's an apple. You found apple. You think this could be useful to the investigation? I'll be honest, it seems unlikely that an apple is the smoking gun. A gun? Be careful, Honor. Guns are dangerous. No, Scout, it's just a turn of phrase. It means the murder weapon, or a vital clue. Oh. It's very confusing when humans say things that mean other things. I'm sure you'll catch on. Catch on to what? That was another one, wasn't it? Anything over here? I know there's something under the table, but I'm just verifying that there's nothing else around here. We got the screwdriver, we got the apple. And now, this one may look intimidating, but it's not all that bad. So we got 8 to fill in here, and then a 1, and that's basically the whole column right there. Now, we can also work on the left side for all of these rows as well, because that's our leftmost cell filled in for each one of these, which is already really handy. So these are all filled in, that's filled in, bum, 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 bum. And we'll just put X's all over here. That's our 1 for the column. 1, 1. There's our 7. There's our 8. 6. 4. 4. 5. It's done. We're done in this row as well. That's our 1. Nothing else here. 2 goes here and there. Bum. And we're done. Miss Terry toy. We got a new detective rank. What's this toy doing here? Hey, be careful with that. Don't you realize what you're holding? Some kind of action figure? Action figure? That's not an action figure. It's a Miss Terry figurine, and a rare one too, if I'm not mistaken. Huh, I thought it looked familiar. Guess I didn't recognize Becky without a scowl on her face. How come it's so valuable? Well, since you're interested, this particular figurine has a small but hilarious mistake. Take a look at the face. Do you notice anything? Aside from the strong urge to pull Becky's head off? No, the eyes are the wrong color. Isn't that funny? Like, how do you get the eyes the wrong color on Miss Terry? They only made 200 before they noticed the problem, so they're very rare. I wonder how it got here. I've actually got another one just like it right here in my... Wait, is that mine? You took it out of my bag. You're a thief. A thief? It was just lying here on the floor. On the floor? But it's worth hundreds of dollars. There are people out there that would kill to own this. Calm down. It was just a piece of plastic. Just a piece of plastic? Come on, John. Remember what Dr. Freerstein told you. I'm sorry if I shouted. I just can't stand to see priceless collectibles being abused, especially when they belong to me. Sorry, John. I really didn't know it was yours. You should probably take it back before I get any ideas about shoving plastic Becky here into the garbage disposal. No. Dr. Freerstein says I have to learn to share. Besides, you are Detective Oates after all. If I can't trust you, who can I trust? Ha 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 ha! You were kidding about the garbage disposal thing, right? Alright, we're done investigating. Now, I believe, yeah, now that we have evidence, we can actually present some of it. Oh, great. Even more crappy merchandise. Is that the outfit from the marching band episode? Nope, it's from the one with the alien bug cult. Ugh, I hated that episode. You know, it took KC 3 hours to get all that green gunk out of my hair. Excuse me, Miss Call. I couldn't help overhearing, and I have to politely disagree. It wasn't just gunk, it was insect mucus. And it wasn't green, it was gray. I've seen it on VHS about 100 times. I don't care what color it was, that crap was in my hair. But those details are very important. Without a consistent world, the show would fall apart at the seams. Oh, please, it's all made up anyway. As long as I'm there, people will keep watching. But the real fans value internal logic. You've got to construct a rich and consistent canon to build long-term viewership. What the hell have canons got to do with anything? Ugh, I can't believe you're so ignorant. This is exactly what caused the show to go downhill last season. You ought to be ashamed of what you've done. Downhill? Are you crazy? I've never looked better. This isn't about you. Now I know you're crazy. Well, that'll work for a distraction. I didn't know human faces could display that shade of red. John really cares about the show, huh? I almost feel bad for Becky. Almost.